Hey y'all, Rüdrani Devi, the happiness lady here. I got another tool for you. This one's actually, well, it's from Access Consciousness, and it's one of the very first tools that I learned. You could call it Access 101 because it's sort of a no-brainer, but we have a tendency to forget about it because if you've been in Access for a while, for those of you that have, you might forget to ask this question. So what is the tool for today? What else is possible? What else is possible here that I've never considered? What else is possible that could change this for me right away? What else is possible now? So anytime I get kind of stuck in a bind, right? I'm maybe having a cranky pants day or somebody's pissing me off, or maybe I'm pissing me off. I'm like, okay, what is possible now that I've never considered that could change this right away? And it's like just throwing a request out to the universe. When you don't try to answer it, you know, the universe falls all over itself to show you all the possibilities, all the possibilities, right? I mean, when you've got a fixed point of view about how something is supposed to show up, this question won't work for you. It's kind of like, when I say, what else is possible? And then somebody says, well, it has to be like this. And they totally squash my possibilities. We think asking a question is supposed to garner an answer. Well, that's what this reality has taught us anyway. But what if asking a question was simply a request to the universe to show us all the possibilities, right? So what else is possible now? Let me give you an example. It can work when things are cranky pants, but it can also work when things are going great. It's like, well, let me use the first example first. Let's say, okay, let's say somebody pisses you off, all right? And you don't have to say it to their face, although I have found that using this tool out loud gets results pretty quickly as well. Maybe you're having an argument and you'd be like, hey, what else is possible here? I don't really want to fight with you. What else is possible? And see if that shifts the energy any, right? I remember once being in the airport where I got there and my flight ended up getting delayed. And I'm like going, okay, am I going to make my connecting flight? Right. And it kept getting delayed and it kept getting delayed to the point where I knew I was not going to make my connecting flight. And the poor lady behind the counter was having a day because everybody was pissed off, and sending the energy directly towards her. So in my head, I'm going, what else is possible? And I got that I should go up to her, but I tried a different approach. I went up and I said, listen, I know you're busy and this is kind of crazy. Can I get you a coffee or something? And she just melted. It's the funniest thing because she wasn't expecting me. I guess she was expecting me to be angry and pissed off and all this, but I knew it wasn't her fault. That she can't control the airlines and what they're doing, and the rain or the weather or whatever it was. I can't even remember what it was. And this was years ago too. I think, taking my very second class with Dr. Dane here. Anyway, I digress. She smiled at me and she goes, "You are so sweet." "No, girl, I'm fine. I'm fine." And she said, "Where are you headed?" And I said, "Well, I'm trying to get to Canada, but at this point, I've missed my connecting flight." And she goes, "Oh no." And I said, "Yeah, what else is possible, I wonder?" That's all I said. She gets on her computer right away. She starts typing, right? And she goes, "Well, we could cancel this ticket with this airline and I can put you on this airline, which is going to the same place." She goes, "But you're going to have to hustle because they're boarding now." And not only did I get a flight that, by the way, was getting me there earlier now, um, they didn't have regular passenger seats, so I got first class. And here, my first flight is first class. And then when I get to go on my second flight, it's a friend I have not seen in years. And we end up exchanging seats so that we could sit next to each other. And not only that, I'm like in my head going, well, what else is possible? We get to the airport and there's a limousine picking her up and it already has, another friend of mine because they were in a band together, um, in the limo as well, and we all go to dinner, and they drop me off at my hotel. All from what else is possible now? And that was a cranky pants thing, whereas I actually used it for when things were going great also, and it created greater. I've heard the story where somebody finds a $10 bill on the street and they're like, "Oh, what else is possible?" And then they find, I don't know, what was it? A diamond bracelet. And they were like, "Well, can't get any better than that." And it just kind of stopped. But there was like a series of things that every time they asked, it was like with me seeing my friend. And in my head, I'm going, gosh, well, what else is possible now? And then the limo, and then dinner, which I didn't even pay for. What else is possible, and how does it get any better than that, y'all? So by all means, don't use this tool. Or, here's my home play for you. Give it a shot. Just when things are going great or when things are not going so great, you know, in your interesting point of view. Hey, what else is possible here that I've not considered? What else is possible now? And allow the universe to show you. It's as simple as that request. So, thank you so much for joining me today. What else is possible now? Until next time, y'all. The Happiness Lady is signing off. Ciao, ciao for now.